What's up, YouTube Antenno? I am Liquid Rain, and you are here because you are interested in Nyx or the Nyx Prime. Nyx is a Warframe that uses psychic attacks to reach into the enemy's consciousness and manipulate their behavior in order to turn the tide of battle. Nyx is available in two versions, the Nyx and the Nyx Prime. Nyx Prime is visually different from the Nyx and comes with an armor upgrade. Nyx Prime has 50 base armor, while Nyx only has 15. Nyx Prime also has a free polarity upgrade in that one of Nyx's blank polarities is now that Visaran polarity. That's that D-looking polarity. Nyx is a powerful crowd control warframe that, like many others, has felt the wrath of DE's nerf hammer. This does not mean that she is not viable, more so she's been balanced. Nyx's first ability is called Mind Control. It allows Nyx to take control of a single target, causing them to fight for the Tenno for a duration. Even though this skill can only affect one enemy at a time, it can still be awesome. Any enemy that is not a boss can be controlled, so those ancient healers can be tamed and heal you and your allies. Those shield ospreys can be used to shield you and your allies. Its only downside is that it can only be active on one enemy at a time, so if you find the usefulness of your mind-controlled enemy kind of coming to an end, go ahead and put them out of their misery. Nyx's second ability is, to be honest, kind of lackluster, and you will probably find yourself not using it. Psychic bolts are launched from Nyx and they seek out nearby enemies. These are cool, but they're really her only direct damage ability and not really crowd control, and she's more of a crowd control warframe. And since they're slash damage, they're not going to be that powerful or useful. Nyx's third ability could quite possibly be the best ability that she has. Called Chaos, she inflicts chaos upon the battlefield when cast, causing all enemies within range to turn on one another. This ability causes everything to become an enemy to one another. So that means even if you are still in the range of the enemy, you're still an enemy, so they're going to attack you. So you want to be careful not to be too close to them. And this ability is great because it can cause the enemy to focus on one another while you pick them off from a distance or just sneak on by them. Nyx's fourth ability is Absorb, and causes Nyx to go into a sort of a stasis bubble where any damage dealt towards her will be reflected outward in a radial discharge at the end of its channeling. This is probably one of my favorite skills on her. Well, there's only 4, so I mean, 1 of 4 is pretty good, I guess. Well, 2 of 4 if you count the previous skill. But anyways, this skill will scale off of not only damage dealt towards Nyx, but it's also a channeled spell that costs energy per second. So with maximized energy efficiency, it only costs 1 energy per second to maintain it, with 1 small energy attack that occurs and was added in update 14.5. That's that small nerf slash balance that I was talking about earlier. Every 1000 damage that is absorbed by Nyx, energy is going to be lost in the attack's chunk, which at maxed energy efficiency is going to be 2 energy for every 1000 damage. Which doesn't seem like it's too bad until you have your ally shooting heavy damage weapons into you, such as a Penta, and you kind of see your Absorb go up a ton, 60,000 damage in seconds. That's a lot of energy you're going to be taxed. I forgot to mention that this ability also increases your threat level, meaning that you will take aggro from enemies over them attacking your allies. Nyx is definitely the master of crowd control. The Warframe blueprint for this Nyx can be purchased on the market, and the components have to be farmed from Forrid. This is that infested boss that appears during infestation outbreaks. You will notice while farming him that he does have his own version of psychic bolts. Nyx Prime can be obtained through the Void. The blueprint is randomly awarded for Tower 4 defense, the helmet from Tower 2 mobile defense, the chassis from Tower 3 exterminate, and the systems from Tower 4 capture. Or for a short time it is available through that Nyx Prime Access Pack, which is going to be available in 3 tiers, the Control, Chaos, and Absorb tiers, all with varying amounts of goodies, most importantly, the Nyx Prime. So Nyx has 2 alternate helmets, of which the Arcane versions I recommend picking up. Arcane Vespa gives plus 15% power efficiency with a reduction of armor by 5%. This is going to be a #1 helmet that you want to use on Nyx. Arcane Menticide gives 25% stamina increase with a reduction of shields by 5%. You don't need to pick this up. You're probably not even going to use this unless you decide to race your clanmates or something, or see who can hang on the wall the longest or block the longest. I don't know. It's not that great. Nyx can be modded a variety of ways, and you'll notice in most of my videos that I'll tell you to go out and try as many builds as you want on your own, see what you want, see what will work for you. I'm going to recommend this again, but as usual, I will show you a build that I enjoy. I prefer to use Nyx as the crowd control support warframe she is meant to be. In this video, I will be showing you how to mod a Nyx. Bear in mind that if you were to use a non-formatted Nyx Prime, you would be able to fit a little bit more, such as the narrow-minded at max, because you'd have that D polarity that would cut its cost in half. I like to bring Absorb and Chaos because it allows me to do multiple things if need be. Chaos to crowd control and Absorb to recharge my health and shields in stasis while taking aggro away from my allies. In general, you want to maximize power efficiency, but especially for Absorb, you want to. So I will bring Fleeting Expertise for that 60% efficiency, and of course that Arcane Vespa to maximize it up to that 75% max power efficiency. Because we are not meant to be dealing damage with this build, we want to maximize range and duration for that Chaos. That way we can spread Chaos for as far as the eye can see and around those corners that we can't actually see. Flow is going to help us maintain Absorb if we need to use it, and kind of help us spam that Chaos if we need to be. Because I have some points left over, I'm going to add a Redirection for some extra shields for that added survivability. One thing you're going to notice though is that you cannot cast Chaos if there are enemies that are still Chaos, so that if you run into some more enemies who aren't Chaos, you can't recast it. So maximizing that duration might not actually be the best thing, so you can go ahead and fiddle around with the mods a little and kind of get this build to work for whatever scenario you need to use it in. I do recommend that everybody picks up this Warframe and tries her out. She is great for defense missions because she can cause the enemies to focus on something else other than that cryopod. I hope this video was helpful, and as always, please like, comment, and subscribe below. Have a great day.